Welcome back, people. This time it's full of interesting news, starting with the NASA's new spacesuit, Airlicon International Space Station, SpaceX last aborted launch, and something about Mars which is very interesting, and UAE planning to go to Moon in 2024. If you want to know more about each news, check out their source and I will leave the links of each in the description. So let's sail into all that happened about space the last week. Firstly, NASA is testing its new moonwalking spacesuits. A brand new spacesuit, of course, and one that NASA is hard at work developing, called the Exploration Extravehicular Mobility Unit (XEMU). The spacesuit needs to protect astronauts from the harsh environment of the lunar surface, which is quite different from that astronauts have been exploring for the past few decades in low Earth orbit. Progress on the suit has been overshadowed by work on the big-ticket hardware also needed by NASA's Artemis program of crewed lunar exploration, the Orion capsule, and much-delayed Space Launch System, or also known as SLS rocket. But development nevertheless continues. The XEMU represents the first new spacesuit that NASA has developed in over 40 years. They are planning to build 5 XEMU suits in the initial batch. One which NASA engineers will subject to design verification test is almost done and should be completed in December. A second will be built for qualification testing and a third will be tested in orbit on the International Space Station. The final 2 suits of the set will walk on the Moon in 2024 on a mission NASA is calling Artemis 3. The agency is also upgrading the Backpack Life portable life support system that astronauts carry to stay alive and also in the work. This early testing will help determine the best complement of facilities for hardware development and requirements for future Artemis training and missions. Second news is as follows. Search continues for small air leak on space station. Crew members on the International Space Station over the weekend continued trying to pinpoint the location of a small air leak in a Russian service module, one of the oldest sections of the orbiting laboratory. Space Station commander and his Russian crewmates have helped the ground teams search for the source of the airlock for a couple of months. Ground controllers detected the leak in September 2019 and the station crew isolated themselves inside the Russian segment of the complex for a weekend in August to help track down where air is escaping. As of Monday, the station crew had not located the precise site of the leak, but officials believe they have traced it to a transfer compartment at the rear section of the module near an aft-docking port where a Russian Progress resupply freighter is attached. Guys, to give you an example, it's same as looking for a needle. As of September 29, Roscosmos said the leak rate was equivalent to about 1 mm of mercury or 0.02 psi every 8 hours. The situation poses no danger to the crew's life and health and doesn't hinder the station's continued crewed operation, tweeted Roscosmos, the Russian space agency. 4 more astronauts, they are Mike Hopkins, Victor Glover, Shannon Walker, and Shuichi Noguchi, are scheduled to blast off October 31st from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida on a SpaceX Crew Dragon spaceship, raising the station crew size to 11. It will be the first time a long-duration crew of 7 has lived on the International Space Station. So summing up, all is fine now and no major threat as long as the rate of which the air is lost stays the same. Third news, SpaceX launches 60 Starlink satellites and lands rocket at sea. Guys, remember the launch delay by 2 seconds in the last news video? The launch was rescheduled and was successfully conducted on Tuesday, October 6th at 7:29 am EDT, that is 11:29 UTC. Interesting fact, the booster powering that day's launch is a previously flown Falcon 9 first stage that the company has identified as B1058.3. This booster, now with 3 flights under its belt, previously carried 2 NASA astronauts to the International Space Station on May 30th as part of SpaceX's heroic first crewed missions, that is the Dragon Crew Demo 2. The rocket then lofted a communication satellite for South Korea's military in July. Poor weather conditions at Falcon 9's ocean recovery site forced SpaceX to stand down from its first attempt to launch this particular Starlink mission on September 17th. Weather concerns also thwarted a launch attempt on September 28th and October 5th, while ground systems issues prevented the rocket from flying on another attempt on October 1st. But the 5th time they had a smooth launch. Fourth news, UAE will launch its first moon rover in 2024. The United Arab Emirates has joined the roll call of nations looking to visit the moon with a lunar rover named Rashid scheduled to launch in 2024. Looks familiar to Rashid. The announcement comes while the nation's first mission beyond Earth orbit, a Mars spacecraft called Hope, is still trekking out the red planet. That mission is a science-minded endeavor meant to study how Mars climate and atmosphere work from the orbit. The new lunar mission is of a different flavor, focused more on developing technologies and evaluating concerns before crewed and longer duration exploration missions leave Earth and land on other worlds. There are many scientific objectives behind this mission that will help us to better understand the moon, said by Adnan Al-Rais of the US Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center, MBRSC. But also in the long run to support our ultimate goal, sending humans to Mars and building settlements on Mars. Meanwhile, the nation's astronaut program is selecting 2 new space flyers to double its ranks. The UAE currently has 2 astronauts, one of whom spent a week on the International Space Station in 2019 and recently sent them to NASA's Johnson Space Center for additional training. And that's all going on while the UAE prepares for the Hope spacecraft's orbital arrival at Mars in February. Fifth news, as I said about the Mars was at its closest to Earth until 2035 today. That means, according to the article, it was on October 6th, making it a perfect time to see the red planet with your own eyes. On 6th of October at 10:18 am EDT, Mars swept within 38,568,816 miles, that is around 6,20,70,493 kilometers of Earth, making a smooth close approach. This will be the closest the red planet will come to Earth for the next 15 years or until September 2035. The planet is visible high in the eastern sky. It appears as a stunning reddish light, weather permitting. October is a great time for viewing Mars as the planet is visible all the night right now and reaches its highest point in the sky around midnight. Don't forget to check out. The sixth news is ISRO's Space Shuttle. The Indian Space Agency is likely to test its reusable launch vehicle, that is RLV, landing on the ground sometime in November or December 2020. They are targeting to build RLV similar to USS Space Shuttle to put into orbit satellites and come back to land for the next mission. This in turn would bring down the satellite launch cost. S. Somnath, director Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, said that we are planning to test the reusable launch vehicles landing in Chitradurga district in Karnataka. We want to do the test in November or December this year. The test is that the RLV will be lifted up by a helicopter and from the height of 4 km it will be released. After the helicopter releases the RLV will glide and navigate towards the runway and land on its own in an airfield in Chitradurga district, Karnataka, deploying its parachute. In 2016, ISRO successfully tested RLV's descent from an altitude of 65 km. Its atmospheric re-entry at around Mach 5 times that the speed of sound. Guys, with the Gaganyaan and the RLV coming, the next 2 years are very interesting ones. Let's see in the next video about what happens in the upcoming week, and that's the end of this week's space news. Stay tuned for the next one, and if you have not subscribed till now, click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to follow up on Instagram and Facebook. Like and share the video to your friends and families because the space above is one and it's our shelter. Thank you. Till then, keep learning and keep enjoying. Thank you.